friends. Welcome back to another Whiskey Wednesday. We're having some technical difficulties with a couple of our people here, but wanted to jump on tonight. We've got lined up some really fun things with the one and only Drums and Drams, Mr. Cameron Leach. I'll bring him on in just a moment. Jeff had to reset because he was outside and then it looked like a thunderstorm was rolling in, so he had to go and reset as well. So let's kick off the show, and then I'll bring some other people in. All right, welcome back. Whiskey Wednesday, my favorite day of the week. Hope you guys have had a great week so far. And we've got some really fun things that we're going to be doing tonight. Cam from Drams and Drums is going to be on, but we're going to be doing a blind flight a little different. It's called, I guess it's Out of Place. I don't remember what we'll get Jeff to say the actual name. I don't remember. But essentially, Jeff and I and Cam all have the same samples, but we have them in random order. And we have to talk through with each other and figure out which one matches what, and then talk through and experience the flight that way. So before we get started, I'm going to bring in the Whiskey Saint himself, Mr. Durell. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers,
you're muted.
Man.
There we go.
Glad to be here. Glad to see everybody here. Am I muted? Oh, I'm good, right?
No, you're good. You're good.
Am I good on my end? All
Yeah,
right,
you're good,
sorry.
man.
I got a little noise in the background for another minute or so. Sorry. Actually, give me 1 second.
Yeah. Well, he's doing that. We're going to say hello to some people tonight. We've got Ricardo in here. Cheers, Ricardo. Ben Drammond is in here. Fifth Quarter Tailgate. Scott is in here. I saw Gary Franchi and Slapshot in here earlier. Top Dog, Justin Kim, Richie Z, my man. Saucy Shane is in here. Cheers, buddy. Christine Vasco. Hendo, I almost missed you. Sorry, bud. Doug H., our fellas down in Louisiana. Cheers to you, man. Shauna Marie D. Katie Turk. Fancy Franchi. I have to say that really slow. JG. Let's hit the like button, JG. I appreciate you hopping in and saying hello, and always good to have you in here. Peter B is in here. Sasha Shane, I already saw you, Peter B. The bourbon boss himself, Mr. Ethan Turk, is in here. Troy, Big Dog, is in here. Troy, good to see you, buddy. It was good to talk to you a little bit last night, too. Jason from Norseman's Only Drams is in here. Cheers, buddy. I think we're just about caught up. Yeah.
That's pretty much
so. Without further ado, let's go ahead and bring in our guest tonight. Many of you already know him. If you haven't subscribed to him, why are you here? I mean, he's awesome. He has a phenomenal palette. He's also an incredible musician. So here we go. Cam, it's good to see you, buddy.
What is up, guys? Yeah, good to see you. I'm unwrapping these samples right now.
I know he put the death grip on those samples with the paraffin.
Yeah. I need to get some of this stuff. I'm excited, Durell. I couldn't remember what we were doing tonight, and then when Kelsey just said that, I was like, oh, yeah, I remember this.
Yeah.
This was scheduled for, we had this scheduled a few weeks ago, and then Cam got sick, and we had to reschedule, and just worked out for this week. So we're all excited about doing this. Cam, what have you been up to this week? Have you been playing any shows this week?
Yeah, so I just wrapped up. Our concert season goes until May. Basically, it goes September till May every year. And then we have, I'm on a 4-week break now, and then I have a summer season that starts, but summer's really easy for me. So I just kind of got through the crux of my work last weekend, and then I drove to St. Louis over the weekend, one day in, one day out, just to pick up a new Glockenspiel I bought. So that's just the most nerdy thing ever. But I didn't want to ship it. I didn't want to ship it because it was, those things will get all destroyed.
Oh, man, they weigh a ton. That's awesome, though. Cam, where are you located? Like, physically located? Where are
I'm
you
in
at? Where are you
Columbus, Ohio.
You are in Columbus. Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. So we're waiting on Jeff. He'll be here in a few minutes. But again, tonight, if you're just joining us, what we're doing is a blind flight. Durell has set up for us. Durell, you want to talk us through kind of what this is and what we'll be doing?
Yeah. So it's a little game that we did once that me, Kelsey, Jeff thought was really, really fun. So kind of wanted to implement it again down the line with somebody else. So the old premise is everybody's drinking the same whiskey, but they don't know if it's in the same order or maybe I mixed them up and they're all in different orders. So the object is just taste through it, give you notes on A through D amongst each other to see if they coincide. If they don't, try to figure out which sample does coincide with said notes to try to put them in the correct order if they're not.
Okay. And are we doing any type of like proof distillery or anything like that as we go along?
You can ask me some questions. Well, not really questions. You can ask, like, once you think you have them in the right order, you can ask if you have 1, 2, 3, or 4 of them correct. But there's really no question answering, because it kind of gives away from it. Gives it away a bit. So just amongst yourself, ask questions, give your notes. When you think that you guys have them in the same order, you can ask if you have set amount correct, and I'll give you a yes or a no.
Awesome. Nice. It sounds like we had a blast when we did this the last time. It's always fun to talk through, and it's fun to hear what somebody else's notes are, especially with some. I've never had the pleasure to drink with Cam on camera before at all. I've kind of drank with him on his lives, but not at the same time. So it's always fun to learn from other people's palate. Yeah. I feel like I learn a ton by drinking with different people, and them calling something one thing and me calling it another expands my vocabulary. So Cam, were you able to catch the Matt Madness live the other night?
So I haven't been able to catch them like the full things. I basically get done playing and I usually catch the end. So yeah, I did see the results, and then I didn't see the recount thing. My wife told me about it actually. Or no, sorry, yeah. My mom did, because my mom watches Matt Madness.
That's awesome.
She's the one who called me and she was like, "Did you see this?" And I was like, "No." So
wow,
yeah, I thought that was funny.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then David and Kira's stream the next night was freaking nuts. I've never laughed as hard as when Jason got on and did his Chef Tony. I don't know if you got to see that, but
I didn't see any of it. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you got to go watch and rewind, dude. I'm telling you, holy cow. I had people that I've introduced to Bash and Drum, and they were like, I didn't realize Jason was this funny. And I was like, he's actually really funny. He has like these personalities that come out. That's a lot of fun to do. So
that's cool.
In the chat, guys, what are you guys drinking tonight? Let us know what you're drinking, and we'll wait as we wait for Jeff. I know what I've been drinking lately is this new Where's Jimmy Pick. Dude, this thing is ridiculously good. It's so good. And then
he's coming for you, Cam.
I can't wait to meet him.
The Rooster. The Rooster. It's really good. The Tyrone B, man, these are killer turkeys. You drink anything this week that's kind of stood out to you, Cam?
Well, I got a couple new pickups, and so yes, actually, and they were on the way back from St. Louis. This was kind of cool. I stopped off at this place in kind of what felt like the middle of nowhere. I'm sorry if you are from there, and it is not the middle of nowhere. It's called Effingham, Illinois.
I do know where that is. Yeah.
And I was passing through and I stopped off at this liquor store that on Google Maps seemed like the one to stop at in town. I did no other research besides seeing a 5-star Yelp review. I'm like, all right, most liquor stores don't get that. Let's go in there.
Yeah.
And it ended up being the place that Lance, the Whiskey Tornado, runs all of his picks through.
Oh, the
A1.
A1. Yeah.
So I had no idea, man. And I go in there and I start talking to the woman, and she starts telling me about that, and I'm like, no way. So we're just going back and forth. So I got their Elijah Craig pick. They ran out of their 10-year. They let me sample it. It was kind of better than this. This is their 9-year. I wish I would have got the 10, but they had the Redwood Pipe Dream Cast Strength, which I thought people had been saying good things about this.
That's the rye, right? No, that's the bourbon.
No, that's the bourbon.
It's the bourbon. I had heard that this was better than the Lost Monarch cask strength, but I think everybody had different opinions. I don't know.
I actually, funny you mentioned that. My review on that's dropping tomorrow.
Okay.
Of all three, and I am a huge Lost Monarch fan of the 94 proof or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But I was so disappointed with the cask strength of it. For the price jump of $50, it was not that much better. But I will say I was very surprised by the rye and the bourbon.
Okay.
The rye in particularly, but both were very, very solid.
Yeah. I mean, we don't really see this in Ohio, so I was kind of shocked to see it on the shelf. I mean, there was a lot of them sitting there. So I think it was like 70 or 80. Picked it up. But the real star of the show was the Peerless High Rye.
Ooh.
They had just gotten this in. Dude, I'm telling you. I can't believe how good that stuff is. So
I haven't seen that bottle yet.
Oh, it's expensive, like all their stuff is, but like 140 for this is a lot, and that's SRP, I think. And then I ended up picking up this 42-year Armagnac single cast they had, which was pretty cool.
Holy crap!
$130. That's it.
Nice.
Like,
Cheers, Trev.
Is it a cash strength version of the Armagnac?
It is, but it's still pretty low. It's like 47.8.
Oh shit! No, 94. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did Armagnac and cognac. It's my jam.
Oh man, and to find it like $130, 42 years old. I'm like, I can't believe that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, here's the thing with Armagnac though. I guess for me, I love some and then I hate some because some get so floral and herbal off of them, and I just can't do it. It's just my profile. That's why I don't like Four Roses a lot of the time, is because it's so floral, and typically Armagnac specifically gets kind of floral and herbally. So,
grapes.
Well, I'm hoping that Jeff is alive and that is coming on soon. But guys, we do have this week with Cam, and then next week is something very, very special from my heart because I get to do the curation of the blind. But Mr. Matt himself, ADHD Whiskey, will be on the channel next week, Wednesday, and I will be putting him through Matt Madness to see how well he does. So we'll see how he does in that situation under that pressure and time frame as well. So against Durell and Jeff, I've got a fun flight planned for them. I also can't wait to see how he likes his packing job that I did for him, because if you've ever seen Matt's packing job on his Matt Madness, I went like up and beyond what he normally does for his stuff and packed it like a bomb shelter. So it'll be interesting to hear how he liked that. Other than that, I was trying to think of any new bourbon news that's coming on the scene. I know one thing that Minnick mentioned today, I don't know if you saw, is that Makers is coming out with an 11 and 12-year blend of Makers.
I haven't seen that.
That's the only new kind of thing that I saw today that was noteworthy for myself. And I didn't get to watch all of Fred's excitement about it, but I guess that was something that he had been wanting for a long time. But Cam, do you know much more about it than that?
No, I mean, I saw that a little bit ago, maybe a couple weeks ago, and so maybe did Fred just put something out, or did he do like a live stream? Maybe he was.
Yeah, he was in his hotel and he just kind of did a really pop on type of thing that he was excited about. But, so
I mean, that's the only. I just hate Makers so much, so that's the only exciting thing for me. It's like, well, maybe it's going to be better when it's twice as old, you know?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not a huge Makers fan. Most of the time, I've got a couple of picks like that, the older picks that had the mocha staves and some things like that I really enjoyed. But I'm kind of with you on that, on the Makers deal.
You guys are gonna hate this flight then. Shit.
You blended Makers and George T. Stagg 4 different ways, right?
Well, I think you put George T. Stagg and cola in these. I maybe should shake one of these to make sure they don't have cola in it.
I love soda. Whiskey and Coke, man. Can't go wrong. That's
Dude,
where it all started for me.
Speaking of Cola and Coke. I'm telling you guys, this stuff
Fearless.
tastes. It's just crazy. It tastes like root beer, but like
Ah,
in the best way.
I love
It
that
actually
thing.
tastes like a mix of like the best. Well, it tastes like old MGP, like that kind of funky root beery type MGP, like old Louisville batch 1,
Yeah.
mixed with like a double oaked Peerless, like a little bit of that leather from the double oak, but not too dry. It's really good.
Nice.
Sounds good.
Wow.
I do like Peerless, man. They come out with some. Their single barrels are pretty killer.
Pop.
So I
Yeah.
guess- Yeah,
It is pop.
So like
I say soda.
in the South, like everything was Coke growing up.
Yeah.
And then I guess like the Midwest and Northeast, everything was a pop or soda. And I never in my life called something pop or soda. It was always Coke, even if it wasn't Coke. If it was Dr. Pepper, we said, "You want a Coke?" But really, we meant, do you want a soda?
That's wild. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, it was soda for me. Pop, nobody says around here, nor does
Yeah.
anybody say cola. It's Coke or whatever said brand, Sprite, Dr. Pepper, whatever it is.
yeah. I think I love it when I go into a gas station and it says pop like on the display. I'm like, yes, because usually the corporate thing is you're just going to call it soda regardless. But no, when it says pop, dude, you're in the right place.
It's like
The Atlanta man himself, it's all Coke. Trev agrees, Coke.
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh. Guys, if you haven't mashed the like button, please do that. Thanks, JG. It really does help the channel. Like I said, I'm also, I think Durell just recorded this one. I don't know when it's going to drop yet, but have you guys tasted in chat or Cam, the new B batch yet of Elijah Craig?
No. Is it not?
It's
Wait
a
till you
banger.
taste
It's a banger. Yeah. It's
Probably drop that video really, really soon.
I've seen who said it was good. Somebody said it was really good. Oh, it might have been Breaking Bourbon. And I guess I trust their stuff mostly.
That's what I got in my glass right now. I keep pouring it.
So it is good. I couldn't tell if you're being sarcastic or not. Like,
Mm-mm.
oh, okay. Well, geez. All right. I mean, look, if you're going to release it and you're going to take the age statement off of it, that first batch, it better be good.
Exactly.
Or you're shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah. And I hear Steve's supposed to be a 13-year coming out. So we'll see how that goes.
If they could improve the next two batches, like if the 13's better than this one, that would be like, then people would probably be rehyped all the way. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, 100%.
I think A123 brought some of the hype back, and C922 I thought was really good too. That's interesting, man.
Yeah, 2 of the 22s. I like A and C, I believe. Then A123 was pretty good. I actually did like a little side-by-side during that video too. And as good as A123 was, I was like, it was interesting. Like, I don't want to give too much away, have everybody watch it, but it's definitely a bottle worth picking up. I'll say that.
No, absolutely.
Shit, yeah.
What's funny is I just remembered that Jason's stream tonight, he's ranking all of the Maker's products. After we were just talking about that, I totally remember that he was doing that tonight. That's funny.
Can they just share all last place?
I know Trev will be ramped up. I think that's probably the only other person that'll be ramped up to hear about it. Trev is a freaking Maker's fanboy. He loves that shit.
Yeah.
So
I guess while we're waiting on him, you guys, if you want to pour the samples, maybe
let's do that.
Let's
Get them poured up.
He said he was having an issue with his camera now, not recognizing the lens. So I'm not sure if he's just going to use the old one he had, the little Logitech webcam.
Yeah.
But give him some time.
So Cam, I'm sure everybody knows, but go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you and kind of what your channel is. And I know you've been around for a while too. Just tell everybody a little bit about yourself and the channel while we're waiting.
Well, I do still have a whiskey channel, much to people's surprise after I haven't posted in like 3 weeks. No, Drums and Drams is where you can find me. And I've got a live stream tomorrow night. It's going to be a later one. I usually do 8 p.m., but tomorrow night I've got an event 5 to 8, and then probably be home streaming by 9:30. So just keep an eye out for that. I'm going to taste all the products on the table right now. Shameless plug. That's what I'll taste tomorrow night, the new stuff.
Gotcha.
And yeah, back to shooting content. Probably this weekend and Monday, I'll be able to sit down and I usually blast through like 8 videos at a time, and then I have stuff for like, a few weeks. So,
jeez, 8 in one sitting, huh?
I'll do 6 to 8, and then by the end, I'm like, I hope I can edit something out of that.
Thanks, Richie Z. Yeah, there's the YouTube address where you can find him. You guys haven't subscribed to him, make sure that you do that already. Thank you, Sugar Kitty. All you guys that are in here, make sure you go over and do that. He's putting out some killer content. I actually kind of miss the early days, Cam, when you had bottles with eyeballs on them and all of
that might come back.
The white background with just a few bottles in it. I love that, man. That was fun.
It was my office. That was this room, but yeah, it was.
There's Matty. He must have heard me talking about him. Cheers, buddy. You guys, Matt will be in here with us live next week. I will be putting him through his paces on putting Matt through Matt Madness to see how he does. So that will be exciting. We've got these poured up. If you're just now joining us, what we're doing is basically we all have the same whiskey, but we don't all have them in the same order. So we have to taste them and then decide which one is which based upon what we're smelling and tasting, and then try to figure out what it is collectively together. Durell has set this up for us, so it might just be me and Cam. We'll see. I don't know how much. What time is it?
It's 8:20.
20.
I think honestly, like 25 minutes or 20 minutes is maybe all you really need to go through it.
Okay.
So we're not doing terrible on time, but get him in here maybe in the next 10 minutes or so.
Send JG the link. Let's bring JG on the screen. Sounds like we need to have a little talk.
Graduating high school this week, huh?
And what are we doing? Come on.
Graduation. He does. I mean, Cam, you gotta admit though, dude. I mean,
he's consistent. I'll admit that.
As great looking as you are very young looking. So
I'll take it, man. Once you get past 30, that's a compliment.
Man, I finally come in and Kelsey's hitting on Cam. What's going on in here?
Oh no. Everybody knows Cam's sexy, just like everybody knows Trev is sexy. So it is what it is. But I think we're all poured up, Jeff. If you want to go ahead and pour your samples, if you hadn't already.
All right, I'll pour it up. Sorry to be late, everybody. On top of being a jerk tonight, the camera decided to break because I moved it. Come on.
Don't you know you can't move cameras? That's not part of the deal.
Yeah, just keep them in place.
Yeah, you get one
Cheers,
shot.
Treadward. I think I missed somebody. B. Bauer. Yeah. Cheers, man. I was trying to catch everybody. Independent Joe's in here. Cheers, buddy. Keith Thompson. All you guys in here. There's 70 of you in here. It's good to have everybody in here tonight. I'm telling you, this is going to be pretty interesting to see if Jeff and Cam and I can walk through these. And Lord knows what Durell has poured. I mean, Jesus, he's got like 1,000 bottles over there. So who knows what it is.
It's not synthetic, if that helps.
All right. So I trust then that they've told you what we're doing, Cam?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, man. I'm excited for this. We've played this once before. It's been a while, though.
Well, honestly,
it has been a little while.
We need some more, like, variance in what we do. Like, just broadly speaking in Whiskey Tube. I love blind flights, but I feel like after doing, like, the 20th one on the channel, I'm like, I feel bad people are I feel like people don't want to watch this anymore. For me, like, personally, I just feel like I'm doing the same thing. So this is cool. Good idea.
Yeah, mix it up. Keep it interesting.
Yeah.
Got a lot of
that's not a subtle dig at Matt Madness at all. I hope nobody thinks that, because that's my
Cheers,
I'm so sad that I'm not doing it anymore. I miss it.
Hey, Aaron.
I half expected you to be wearing the belt tonight.
Oh no, come on.
Last time I saw you, you were wearing the belt.
Yeah, well, that's peer pressure. I only like talking shit if sorry, I don't know if it's a family show. I only like talking smack if I can do it in the chat text form. I'm not good at it like in person. I mean,
Jeff thinks he's really good at it, but he's like the nicest person. So like when he tries to talk shit, he just smiles, and it's hard. It's hard to take him serious.
My favorite is like when you do talk smack like in the chat and people are like, Cam's an asshole. And I'm like, dude, this is the only time I get to try to be this way. Please stop. Otherwise I just sound like an idiot, and anyways.
Oh geez.
Well, let's see if we can get this on our first try, guys. Let's get
all right.
We got
get real into this.
If they're all the same, that's gonna suck.
So we'll get into A. Let us know what you think about it. What you think the proof is. What flavors you get.
All right. Oh Jesus, dude, that's so good.
Yeah,
whatever I have.
This is Durell, so who knows what this flight's gonna be.
Oh my God, Durell.
This one is like fruit Smarties to me. I don't know what it is about that note, but I've been getting that note a lot lately.
So fruit Smarties.
It's that confectionery fruit.
Okay. I already have a feeling. I'm just gonna throw this out there right now. I haven't smelled any of the other ones. That this is all gonna be different MGP, like intense MGP.
All old MGP.
This to me, my A smells like old but sweet MGP.
How old when you say old?
If this is MGP, I would say this is like 12.
Okay.
But I could also see this being like, because it's so damn sweet. I don't think it's George T. Stagg, but it's got that sweetness to it, that real sticky candy sweet. And Kelsey, you said,
Smarties.
Smarties, so I'm thinking maybe these are the same.
The one that I'm drinking has quite a bit of proof on it.
Same.
I'm going to say...
Okay.
Oh, that is so freaking good.
I'm going to say like 118, 119, something like that.
Okay.
It's very viscous. These legs on mine are very, very long. I mean, sticking to the glass, coats the glass. Great finish.
Does everybody like their race so far?
So far, man.
A is good. Thank you, Durell.
I tend to agree with Cam that I think this is either some older whiskey in itself, but maybe even older MGP. There is a... Oh, Matt. That's awesome. That's the one thing that I get mad, like you can, like I'm not like super witty. Like I wish my wife has this gift and curse to be able to say exactly what she wants to say when she wants to say it. And she's great with sarcasm, and I am not. That's one thing that I wish I could do better. But Matt is so freaking quick-witted. Stuff that he comes up with.
Yeah, Matt's got that, man. Okay.
So I'm gonna agree with you on maybe my A being MGP as well. The age on my A comes across a lot stronger. I would say 13, 14 years. So if you come across anything with a good furniture varnishing on it, even let me know.
Okay.
You said your age coming across, 13, 14-year-old?
I think so. We'll see as we go through this.
But here's the other thing. He could have blended these, right? He could have blended something and put them in here.
I don't know if Durell would have done
I'll tell you that they're not personal blends. They're not personal blends. They're all bottles.
Dude, whatever A is for me, off the chain. It's like tastes like a Smoke Wagon Private Barrel, or like I'm trying to think of what else that could be.
Man.
It's
Our
definitely
A's sound similar, Cam. So I'm gonna take a note here. We'll see if we come across something else.
Yeah.
I could see this being a 13-year Pingree on it.
Yeah, agreed. That's interesting.
But if all of these are like 10 to 12-year barrel-proof MGP, that's gonna be a mess. All right. You guys on to B?
You got to be careful. There's been some good backbones that have been nice and dark.
Oh, that's true.
Careful with
that is true.
But that one came across old.
Wow. So, all right, you guys are going to B now, right?
Yeah.
All right, just wanted to see what order they were in.
Around the same proof point on both of these.
Very similar. Damn it.
Fuck, these are all really similar. This is this one. My B is a little bit more fruit forward on this one on the palate, where the other one is a little bit more oak forward.
Make sure you guys are taking notes, so when you're putting them in the order, you can kind of sync up your notes.
My B is a little bit lower proof than A. Very similar flavor profile. And if I go side by side, it's a darker. My B is darker.
Okay, that's a good point. Color.
Oh, I don't mean color. I mean like fruitiness. It's a little darker fruit.
But color could help us.
I feel like that's cheating. But my B is actually a little darker color too.
But I made sure that they were all pretty similar in color.
Yeah.
You did. You made sure they're similar on proof and color. Is pretty much what I'm getting on this.
Oh dang! Independent Joe, is it 14 or 15-year Lucky 7? That's a really good point, man. Because some of those older Lucky 7s.
Can I see the cork again real fast?
You have to rewind the video.
Are you tasting these with us, Durell?
I don't have all 4 poured. I'm pouring one. Like I poured one already, which Cam was drinking. No, I'm pouring what? Who's drinking this one now? I can't say.
Well, now, don't spoil it.
Oh, this is what you had for A, Cam. Then I was tasting what Jeff had for A right before that one.
All right. My C is a different profile. It even came off with a graininess. Not necessarily graininess in terms of being young, but compared to the other two.
I think I have your C as my D. If I'm just going on the nose, if I just go quick down the line, the one that stands out for me on the nose is D. Maybe we should do that, like just a quick down the line.
Okay.
Just on the nose.
So
it's like weirdly juicy fruit gum, grain, sweet, like honey.
Which one is that, Cam?
This really hangs on the finish.
It's D for me, Durell.
D for you.
So I think, yeah.
And it's a little lower proof. Jeff, I don't know if you tasted it or not. Your C.
My C is definitely the lowest proof of the 3. I haven't tasted D yet. But C is definitely the lowest proof.
And you said C was your grainy one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, I don't know, man. Going down the line on these real quick, I'm recognizing when I said A was probably MGP, and then I go to B. B is 1,000,000% MGP. I will not be swayed for me, but my A, I'm now in question of like, it's a similar profile, but is it MGP? You know?
Okay. What's your age on B then? If you think B is MGP, what's kind of the age?
Yeah, if B is the MGP one, I think it's really old. Like what you were saying for your A could possibly be my B.
Now Kelsey's been very.
Go
for it, Kelsey.
I was going to say one of my B tastes higher than any of the others, but it does remind me more of a Lucky 7 profile that's hazmat or close to hazmat, like Bart.
Your B.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it has that finish too that's real strong and viscous and sticks with you for a while. So it's either a 14 or a 15-year Barton. It comes across that way to me on my B. But I don't get any of the Barton banana or I get that strong, real like brown sugar, dark brown sugar on it.
And which one are you talking about right now, Kelsey?
B, as in boy, bravo.
Gotcha. Okay.
So let's do this. So we've kind of talked. We've found MGP profile for sure in there somewhere.
I think we have Lucky 7 too.
I think we've probably got a Lucky 7 or something similar. Some of the Lucky 7s also keep in mind that I think they could be like a Magnus cigar blend because they can taste really similar depending if the Armagnac cask wasn't really strong on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of those, sub 100 batches.
Does any of y'all's smell like a artificial strawberry note on the nose?
Yes, I think that's the grainy one. I think that's Jeff's C maybe, and my D. It's very different.
it comes across real artificial, like strawberry, like something you would get in a cereal that's artificial.
Yes, good. That's a great note, man. Damn.
Do you think it's the lowest proof of your flight if you were to sip on it?
Probably, yeah, and it's not like a great range of like these other ones are like super higher than it, but it's definitely 107 to like 112, something like that, where I think these others are going to be above that.
Yeah, I got so 110. I got 110 written down on that one. The other ones I got all 120.
Who said that, Mom?
Yeah.
What letter was that for you, Kelsey?
That was A for me.
A, Kelsey A. All right.
And are you pretty in the camp of well, I don't want to say that, but I would say I'm kind of in the camp of that one, the artificially sweet one, being Buffalo Trace. Like a Buffalo Trace product. Like it's got that. When I said honey earlier and like we were talking grain, Jeff, I could see this being some sort of Buffalo Trace. And you said 107. I'm like, is this a 107 store pick? Like, I don't know. But it is really sweet on the back end and like more viscous than I would expect from a 107.
I don't get Buffalo Trace notes on the palate though.
Okay.
Like at all. And to me, it actually has a finish. So that tells me it doesn't really. Buffalo Trace just falls off for me typically, and that actually has a finish on it.
Where do you think that would be from? We don't have to
necessarily guess, but I would be in if this was a foolproof or if this was a 107. A Weller.
That's the only thing I could think of it being if it's Buffalo Trace.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's right around there. That would match the proof. Seems to match the profile.
Yeah.
Well, I do get 15,
what
Joe.
Else would you, what else would you throw out?
Yeah, I don't know what D would be otherwise. You know what I kind of get on D is that root beer type note. I don't know.
I can get that, like bottle caps. Like, I don't know if you're old enough to remember bottle caps, but we used to have these little bottle caps.
I'm old enough to remember them, but I don't think I've actually tasted them.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. It's that confectionery type of artificial anise or sarsaparilla. Yeah, I can get that.
And that was which one for you, Kelsey?
That was A for me. Yeah.
So Kelsey's A, Cam's D, my C. That one I'm feeling pretty confident. I think we can move into another glass.
Okay.
Yeah. What is going on my end?
A, Jeff, C.
Do you guys think you got one correct so far?
But but we should probably wait till the end, right?
Yeah, we'll wait.
We'll wait till the end. We'll wait till the end, Durell.
Okay.
Or maybe two. Well, because if it's wrong, then
man, one of these has a really, really strong proof for me. I mean, like 130 plus, like 132, 133 for me.
Which one is that for you?
That's B for me. It's pretty high proof to me. Yeah.
So let's do this, guys. Between the next three, the one with the darkest profile, the darkest, sweetest profile, and also I think the lowest proof of the remaining three. Which one is that for you? Like to me, it's the one that reminds me of like the crazy dark MGP, which is my glass B.
MGP for B, huh? Interesting.
I think that's my that's my D glass. Not my D, but my D glass.
Say it loud, say it proud.
Yeah, it's real dark and sugary, like on the nose to me. Very dark, sugary.
It's so good. Oh my god, it's so good.
It's my favorite. My A is my favorite one, and I think it's the one that you're describing too. Which one's your favorite?
Oh, that by a mile, dude.
Okay.
And on the back end, it's got the MGP super sweetness and the super funkiness together. Like, and it's kind of lower proof. Like, that might only be like 107. Like, I don't know. Is it even that high?
I would say it's like right at 100.
Yeah, it feels low.
You guys are going down.
Yeah. I think that that's my D is what you're describing, Cam. So.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Okay. So lower proof.
Dark,
And dark.
MGP, brown sugar.
How old do you think on your D, Kelsey?
How old are you, Kelsey?
I'm old as fuck, dude. I'm old as fuck. I'm the old one on here. I turned 46 in November, so I'm old, dude.
Let me go back to...
I'm going to say like maybe 13, 14 years. I wouldn't go any higher than that, maybe 15 at the most, but I would say between 12 and 13.
Okay.
What do you think on
Here's
proof?
here's another weird question for you guys.
Yeah.
I've got two glasses that are similar.
Yep.
And I've got one that stands out.
Okay.
Which one stands out to you and why, if you agree with me?
Oh, that's so good. Shit.
Durell, you're drinking my B, aren't you?
Yep.
My C and D are similar. D stands out to me. Those are similar in profile, similar in proof, but D has a little bit more oomph, and it actually has a lot longer finish. It's more viscous.
Wow.
Okay.
My really hot one, like you guys talked about that really hot one.
Yeah.
I think that one, to me. So, Jeff, when you were saying that two seem similar, were you talking about two of the remaining three that we're talking about? Like,
yes.
And one of those, to me, that's similar is the really old feeling one. Is that within your two?
Yes.
That would be within my two.
And then,
I'm curious about why the one stands out when we say that the two are similar.
And then there's the other one you're saying. And that other one to me is crazy proof. And like it's burning the shit out of my mouth. And it's probably like 136.
Okay. Any banana, any little bit of banana on the finish? Because I'm beginning to think this one's a lucky 7.
Yeah. I'm not getting the banana, but I need to go back for it. I'm heartburned
I get
up
that,
right now.
Jeff. I get that. So I take that back, Jeff. I think the two that you're talking about in my flight are B and D. D and B stands out to me because of the proof difference. But I'm going to change my answer. Like, yeah, I think that's my B and my D. And I think you're right. I think my B is the lucky 7, hot 130 plus.
Interesting.
I think my D is the older MGP.
Okay. And I don't find those two to be the similar ones. I find the older MGP and the one that you didn't talk about, Kelsey, being the two that are similar and possibly both MGP.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which was Kelsey's first instinct. Originally,
which was
Kelsey,
my first instinct, yeah.
You thought B was lucky 7 just a second ago, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm sticking with that. That's what I still think.
Okay.
I think C and D are probably MGP, but I think D is better. I think that is what Cam is describing as holy shit old MGP. So D for me is old MGP.
And Jeff, which
B
one is that
would
for you?
be.
I think it's
B
A.
would be that. Okay.
Jeff A. Kelsey. So then Kelsey, that would make C. I mean Kelsey C my A, and then Jeff. Jeff, which one is your hot fire?
D. D is the one I think is the hottest in the lucky 7.
Hot fire. I love the notes.
It's also my second favorite in the flight, I think.
You know what this reminds me of is doing a barrel pick, because like barrel picks, you got to just say things quick because you're going through so many, and you're just like, is this one fruity explosion? Yes, all right.
So Cam, which one is that for you when it comes to maybe the lucky 7?
My C.
C. Okay.
So I think we're pretty much in agreement on the layout, but do you want to go through now and try to like lock in maybe a proof and age guess real quick?
Sure.
On some of these, like maybe that could be also part of the fun.
Well, walk me through real quick. We had the old MGP, right?
Yep.
I just want to do one thing before we do that.
Yep.
So let me write this down. Kelsey, which one was your old MGP?
D, as in Delta.
Okay. Cam?
And mine's B.
And then mine was A.
Yeah.
All right. Let's, with that in mind, Cam, you grab your A. Kelsey, you grab your C. And I'm going to grab my B.
Don't you do that.
Let's see if we can articulate this. Because technically we think we're holding the same one in our hands right now, but we haven't really described what it is.
This would be the one that's similar to MGP higher proof than the old one. Okay.
Yep. I mean, on the nose, I still think it's MGP. It's not as old. It's honey forward to me.
Yeah, it's honey, but it's also a little bit of maple syrup type note.
Maple syrup. Yep.
It does have that. It has that like 8.5-year backbone feel to it. Whenever whoever said that, it's got that like it's younger MGP trying to be older. You know what I mean? Like short barrel or high rickhouse or something.
Even one of these Nashvilles we've been getting recently, something along those lines, though.
I haven't had any of those.
Oh man!
So you would know about those. I would not. But
same deal, though.
Really?
So Cam, I think you and I are aligned. Kelsey, what do you think as you're hearing us describe this? Because you know the 7 to 8 year MGP profile we've been diving into for the last 6 months.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely think that's my C that you're describing. So
you think that's your C?
I'm in alignment with that.
Wait, your C?
So Cam, you had an idea right before we started this. I just wanted to go through that quick exercise to describe it, but I think we're on the same page.
So which letter are you drinking, Jeff, right now?
I was drinking B.
Right? Oh, B?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. You guys already switched. So you're already in agreement, I guess, for the first one you said. The MGP.
Yeah, the low MGP we think is Jeff's A, my B, Kelsey's D.
Yep.
We have a solution technically right now.
All right. And so what do you think for B? Or I guess I'll base it off of Jeff's B.
Yeah.
Cam, what do you think?
Feels younger. Now, the more I keep nosing this, I'm getting younger and younger vibes from it. And proof-wise, I think this is about 116, 117.
I was going to say 114. So, yeah, right around that area.
Plus, that makes sense with if it's MGP.
Within Yandy, yeah. Yep.
But also, if it's one of those like low, like younger, higher rickhouse, this could go up to like 121, you know?
Which class for you, Cam?
A.
Oh, A. Okay.
But I would say this is probably more that like 117, 118.
I get more, like you said, the longer it gets more air, the more grain notes I'm able to pull out on the nose.
Yeah.
Do you guys like that sample? Or
I love all of these, dude. They're all freaking really good.
You know, this is a good point. Independent Joe says it could be a cigar blend, and that could be a new young cigar blend.
I didn't even think about that.
Because it has,
although it doesn't.
Good.
Because there's this thing of it where it's like young, but for some reason when I first smelled it, I was like, that's like old. It had this density to it. So I don't know. I could just see that being the case.
I just don't get that much finish if it's a finish, although it is a little bit drying.
But the new ones don't have that. Have you tried any of the newer ones, like the young ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've tried some of those.
To me, they feel more like an OKI 6-year single barrel than anything else.
Okay. I get where you're going with that.
With like a little bit of a freaking cough of plum, you know, like a LaCroix, but whiskey style. I don't know.
I think we're locked in. There was one more thing I think you were going to ask Cam right before I said let's confirm.
Well, let's do this. What age do you think that glass is? That higher proof, younger MGP. What age do you think? Like, let's get a solid guess.
7 to 8 years.
Yeah, I was going to say 6 to 7 years. So.
Yeah, I'll go 7. I'd say 7. Yeah, you're right.
7.
I think you're right. And then B, the really old one, we thought maybe 13. You want to say like 13 Pingree type deal?
Yeah, 13 to 15 years. I don't think it's any older than 15, but I would say it's right in that range.
Dude, go back and taste that. Oh my God. It's like drinking fruit syrup. Oh God.
Oh yeah. I love that.
Wow. It's like the first time I had Desert Jewel, but better, you know?
Really?
I can't believe how artificial strawberry that one is. My A. It's so crazy how artificial strawberry that one is. It's crazy.
Yeah, you're definitely right that that's not Buffalo Trace. Yeah.
I've never tasted a Buffalo Trace product like that.
Whoa.
Oh gosh, that changed.
Yeah, it did.
Which one are you on now, Jeff?
Oh, the one that we said was the artificial cherry turned into something
Jeff
really
C.
weird on me.
Jeff
Yeah.
C.
Oh, okay.
Dude, it almost has a little
turned into like grape Robitussin or something.
Yeah, but it also smells like stale bread, dude. Get a little stale bread.
This is the interesting one. Now I'm more interested to figure out what this one is.
That's the only one
I think that one's young as well.
Yeah.
I think it's probably no more than 5 years. I would say maybe even 3 to 4, if I'm saying.
I'm still getting this Buffalo Trace little tinge on one part of it, man. I can't get away from it. And it's like when I pick that up,
too.
I got to go with my gut on it, but it almost smells like finished Buffalo Trace. Like, what could that be? Like Old Charter or something? Like, I don't know what else
Nash
that would
Tucky.
be.
Nash Tucky is what that could be.
He sent this to us so long ago.
He didn't have the Nash Tucky then, though.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm pretty certain I haven't actually sent you guys this. I'm pretty certain I haven't.
That's the dark horse. I think we're still in agreement with the dark horse. That it is a dark horse.
What about New Holland?
It doesn't come across that hot. The New Hollands were. This is the lowest proof one, I think, is C.
Man, what is that, dude?
No,
I mean,
that's crazy.
It could be kind of craft or something, you know, but
that's why I went with that route, but it's not. It doesn't have that craft barrel note that I typically get on the barrel side, you know, of craft whiskey. And to me, it doesn't have as much grain forwardness as a craft whiskey does either.
You know what it reminds me of, and it's because to me it feels like it could be finished. I don't know if it is, but something about the base of the whiskey reminds me of Matt Porter's Friggin' Apples, where like the first one I think is what it was, where it had that like who said it smelled like Dickel or tasted like Dickel? Shane did Shane Long say that?
No.
But it was it's like young.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see what you're referencing when Shane Long was drinking this. Yes.
Yeah, the base profile of that whiskey is really weird and grainy. Like and it does remind you of Dickel, even though it's MGP. This has got that weird kind of, it's like texture to it, or something.
Okay, one last thought on this one, because I still think this is still the same one we're all talking about. Do you think it has a higher barley content on this one?
I think it could. It could.
Could it be the malted rye?
But I also think it could be wheat.
Oh gosh, I hope not. I hope he doesn't do that to me. He might do that to me in the middle of this flight.
I think it could be wheat
because
I think the wheat is getting out of the way as a flavor grain and letting the corn come through, and maybe the barley too. But I don't think it's necessarily high barley because I don't know that there's rye in this.
It kind of has that funky finish too, though, Jeff. I don't know.
I think we are consistently tasting kind of the same things. At least it sounds.
I agree.
All right,
let's taste that.
Let's move on from that.
Do you have an order?
All right.
We do have an order. Let's do one final thing. Proof on hot glass. What's our proof guess?
Which is hot glass for you?
Mine's C.
You're C. Okay.
130. Maybe a little less.
It's that is 1,000,000% Lucky 7.
But I'm kind of locked into the Lucky 7.
But I could also see this being an old cigar blend. Like, I
Hold
could go
on,
either
hold
way.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. Smell and taste this and tell me if you don't get cask strength finished rum.
I know what you're saying, but I'm not there. There's rye, you know.
The longer this is set,
put it past him, but
the longer this is set, the more rum notes I'm getting out of this, or rum-like notes on the nose.
I'm going Lucky 7. I'm going 136 proof, I think.
I will say it's like 134, 133, 134, 135, somewhere around there.
I think 134 is a safer 133, 134 is safer guess for that.
So you said Lucky 715 for you.
14 or 15.
Bless though. There's something funky on that one now. Damn it.
I think on this one,
may not be surprised with.
I think don't overthink this glass.
Okay.
I think in the beginning of this, we were all like, "Holy shit, that's exactly what this is," you know.
Stick with the instincts here.
It's hot though, man, and it's really ethanol on the nose.
What's your guys' order before we go through this, just in case we're right? What would be your ranking?
Oh, my rank, like what I like the best?
Yeah.
D.
As the worst. Oh no, sorry, your D is yeah. I got you.
I'm going best to worst. I'm best to worst. So B is my number one, and then I would probably go A.
Okay, you would go A second.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
No, take that back. C. So D, C, A, B. It would be my order as far as what I like the best.
A, B for you. What about you, Cam?
B, which I think is old MGP. A, which is the younger, hotter one. I'm actually going to put my D ahead of my C, which means I'm putting kind of the weird whiskey over the Lucky 7. I think the one that we think is maybe a Lucky 7 is too hot, and I think it's just I think it's the big problem with if these are Lucky 7s. My problem with 80% of them were that they were all too hot and too ethanol forward.
Okay.
See, it doesn't come across that ethanol forward for me. But
I'm also just a weenie.
Go ahead.
I'm going A, D.
Be right back, guys.
B, C.
Oh, sorry. One more time, Jeff.
A, D, B, C.
A, D, B, C.
Okay. All right.
A, D, B, C. Okay.
So even with the rankings there, the old MGP emerged as all of our favorites. That's just a little bit more info. We're all locked on to that one. We think that one's the right glass. So let's start with that one and get Durell to confirm it. What do you say?
All right.
I think, you know what? Let me put one final thing out there. This could be Gatsby Reserve. Just one final little thought.
Oh, that low? I don't know. That's awfully low.
I know it is, but I'm just saying. Anyways, last thing.
I'm like,
I think so.
Skipping on my end. Sorry, guys.
You're good, buddy. All right, we got our first guest, Durell. How do you want us to submit answers, Durell? Let's put it that way.
I want you to give me all of them. So your whole order.
All of them.
And I'll let you know how many of those are correct. So you can kind of go from there.
He's not going to tell us which ones. We're confident. Okay.
We're gonna start with because it's almost process of elimination. If I'm like, oh,
right,
all your A's are correct, and B, you know what I mean. So it makes it a little bit more fun. Or maybe you got them all right the first time, so you may not have to. But
we did.
Jeff, Jeff, your A is Kelsey's what? Or Kelsey, Jeff's A is.
Jeff's got it written down. What is mine?
All right, yeah. Tell me your order.
So here, I'll go through this one. So my A is Kelsey's D is Cam's B.
Okay.
True or false?
Your B is what? Keep going.
Look, Durell just put all Durell wrote on that was a check mark, so we're good. Keep going.
My B, Kelsey's C, Cam's A.
Okay.
All right, watch his subtle wrist movements.
He faked that one. He faked that one.
My C.
Actually, shit, hold on. I'm looking at the wrong shit. No, I made two. Like I was trying to do it earlier with the correct ones. B was again. Sorry, your B.
B. Kelsey C. Cam's A.
Okay, and your C.
My C. Kelsey's A. Cam's D.
And your D.
My D. Kelsey's B. Cam's
Cheers,
C.
Marley.
Gotcha. How confident are you guys?
100%. 100.
Completely confident.
You only got one right.
Really?
No.
And that was A.
Who's
right,
A?
let us eliminate those.
Who's
so our
A?
favorite, the old MGP.
Okay.
The
Hang
old
on.
MGP.
Hang on. So we got the old MGP right, but how about this? We didn't. Okay. How about this?
Uh-oh.
I'm going. Hold on, Jeff. Jeff's B. And my A are the same, Durell, I believe. Let's start there.
Jeff's B.
And my
your
A.
Well, we can stop now. You guys got them all right.
Oh, let's go!
I was trying to figure out how to rearrange it. I was like, man, I think
Did
we
you
got
hear?
it pretty good.
I was
All right,
starting-
let's see. Let's start with the least favorite one of
Hey, that's
ours
pretty good,
tonight,
guys.
Durell.
Nice try.
So, what was your favorite
I
order,
did freeze
Jeff?
a bit on my end. I was saying it, so I didn't even get the response.
Jeff, what was your favorite order again?
A, D, B, C.
Hang on one second. I wanted to calculate our ADBC. You said.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, bear with me, dude. Bear with me just a second.
Yeah, unanimous
My C is his D.
A for you, or Jeff's A for you guys. Second
Yeah, the unanimous winner.
was pretty close. Two of you guys got the same bottle for second place. Jeff, you switched up.
Yeah. I was gonna try to do this math, but I'm not doing it. I can't keep all these fucking letters straight.
So,
I think I got it.
Let's start with our favorite bottle. What was our favorite bottle, Durell? Show us what it was.
Well,
Let's
hang
start
on. Our guess was what? 100 and what proof? Like, what do we say? Like 105? Were you
So
pretty
we
low?
said old MGP. I think we were leaning 13, 14. Cam, at one point you said, yeah, I think we're always leaning about 13, 14.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
so it's MGP.
I had
It's
120.
finished in port,
No
Oh.
way, really?
and it's 12 years old.
Oh, we were
So
close
haystack
on the
needle.
edge.
Haystack.
110.
Haystack, okay.
110 proof haystack.
Wow, dude, that's an
That makes sense. That's a great one.
That is a great pour.
That's excellent.
Yeah,
That
I
is
love
a great pour.
that. I can't believe the finish is so balanced in that, dude.
Yeah, it's a good one, man.
Ridiculous.
All those picks, all those bottles are like really, really good.
You know what? If this is what if this is an all finished flight, which would make the hot one, it would make that a Joseph Magnus cigar blend. It would make the other MGP possibly a cigar blend younger version, and then that weird ass one could be something very strange.
Which one was the other
Interesting.
MVP you thought?
We said the other MGP is my glass A, which is
My
Your
B.
A.
In my C.
yeah.
So I can tell you it's not MGP.
Oh wow.
It's Kentucky based.
Ooh.
It's a bottle
Gotta
that
be-
Kelsey typically doesn't like much. You know what that is, Kelsey?
Four Roses.
The other one you don't like.
Jim Beam.
Jim Beam.
Is it finished?
It's a Knob Creek pick.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
That is a good Knob Creek pick. 120.
Yeah.
Green tan itself. It's an Irene
Well,
tan.
I would say if it's Irene Tan, it's going to be good, no matter what
That's-
the fuck it is.
Dude, that is way off profile.
Yeah.
I think.
That's a good one.
Agreed.
It's very off profile, and that's why.
That's why I liked it. That's why I
Wow.
liked it.
And 120 was my proof on that one too. I had the proof dead on.
Yeah, that's spot on.
How old is that, Durell?
That's 9 years. Just shy.
Okay.
3 months shy of 10. But yeah.
Because we were saying there's something old about it, but also something young. It's like it had, so it's hitting above its age, basically.
Gotcha.
I think.
All right. So what is the hottest F bottle there that we're tasting, Durell?
So that would have been Cam's C.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and my D.
That
And my B.
is, and what is the age on this? It's a 6.5-year-old MGP.
What?
You guys didn't think MGP on this.
Ooh.
You thought Lucky 7.
Interesting.
Ooh, almost dropped it. What you were drinking? Little Friday night at Fred's.
Oh, Jetsons. Wow.
6.5-year cognac.
Oh, man, that's a compliment. Phew.
6.5-year MGP finishing cognac cask.
That's
I really
nice,
like
bro.
that bottle for what it is and the price. 6.5 years, $49 or whatever. It's a really good bottle.
Man, the finishings
Wow.
really threw us off on this one in terms of age.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to hear what the artificial strawberry is here.
Yeah.
So this is, what did you think proof was on this one?
Dude.
Like we said, like right around 107, didn't we?
Yeah,
Well,
I had
yeah,
110.
Yeah.
Okay. It's 108. And actually, I pulled the wrong one, but it's still the same. But it is a Bombergers. This one's the 2020, but my 2022 somewhere. But they're all the same proof. So a lot of makers.
Wait, which one is that? You said which year?
2022.
Okay.
Yep, 108 proof. Michter's bourbon, in a sense. Bourbon barrel strength, I guess, right? Just
Which we really don't know who distilled it. Let's be real. We don't know who distilled that bottle. So
blew my mind on that one.
Wow.
No, but I can tell now that I know what it is, but Bombergers is really off profile, I feel like. It's like
it's very strange. Like I am now getting that like root beer that you were talking about before that I wasn't. That's crazy.
Interesting.
You guys got it right on the first try, man. Like I tried to throw one that was like lower proof to kind of have like if I had them all really close, it may have been tough. But I try to keep it similar. Besides one being like that outlier, which was that Bombergers.
The Bomberger.
Yeah.
You guys, what's crazy? Thought Lucky 7 or so on a 6.5-year-old MGP.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Pretty nuts.
We convinced ourselves pretty good on that one too.
What was the proof on that?
120.
I mean, the cognac comes off so old.
Wow. That's crazy, man. I'm glad I had that as my least favorite, though. It's Jepson's. No,
Which one? Hey,
don't be hating on Jepson's.
Oh, no, you got Jepson's.
No, that is shockingly good for what it is. Like, I can't believe that. Wow.
No, you put the Bomberger as your last, didn't you? No, you put that one.
Yeah, he had that third.
Have you guys had the new Junkies Penelope? Any of you guys?
No.
The
I
rye?
did not.
Yeah, I got the toasted rye. Thought it was pretty good. It's just an MGP toasted rye, though.
I'm at a point with Penelope. I haven't had the Rio, and I'm not going to fucking buy it for $300 on secondary. I'm just at a point with them where it's like everything to me just tastes kind of young and kind of bad. Like, even no matter who's picking it, you might have the best palate. I don't think they're working with the best stuff anymore. I think it's just kind of a factory, and it's nothing against Penelope. It's just the reality of the demand, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They got paid.
They got paid, and good for them.
Got paid. Yeah.
But I feel like the Rio thing, it's like after tasting all these private barrels, like the Junkies did one a while back that I've got. Jason did one. I'm just like, I know these guys have great palates, but this is just not good whiskey. Like objectively, I feel like, given the price. And I feel like it only goes downhill from there because those are good palates,
No, absolutely. Yeah, totally.
What do you think of the Architect then, Cam?
I think it's bad. I mean, I just don't like French oak finish. No, and I only had build 1, so like I can't speak to the other ones.
Build 2 and build 3 was a little bit better to me than 1 and 2, but still, I still didn't like that flavor profile at all. And I thought it was way too young.
The toasted stuff to me gets really ashy tasting. Like, I've had one that was a medium toast and a light char. Like, it was really lightly done. I thought it was great. And then some of the other ones tasted like literal ashtrays to me. So, I don't know, man. Have you guys tried the Rio? Like, do you know about that?
I haven't tried it. No. I mean, I know it's Mizunara.
I haven't tried it.
or not Mizznur, but Amburana, but I haven't tasted it yet.
Yeah, honey and
So
Amburana.
I am not a huge fan of Amburana myself either. I think it's too sweet and too cinnamon forward and tastes like
A
I wanted to
candle.
go eat Taco Bell.
Rio
Yeah,
is Amburana?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
It's Amburana and honey.
Yeah, it's
That sounds amazing. I need to go get one.
yeah.
On paper.
It's not my thing. Not my thing. Well, we're past time, guys. It's now 10 after 8. You guys are still with us. Maybe jump over to Jason's. We thank you guys for hanging out. I think we have close to 80 people in here tonight. So
Cool.
That's awesome. Cam, thanks so much for coming and hanging out with us, bro. It's good to have you on. And like we said earlier, guys, next week is going to be a really fun week. We're going to be doing a blind flight Matt Madness style with Matt Madness and putting him through it. So we'll see how he fares.
What does Kelsey have planned? Oh, gosh.
Probably some madness. No
Last round, 1,000 points.
Please.
Yeah, 1,000 point final.
Maybe that's the only way we beat Matt. We may beat it.
But thank you guys for hanging out. Cam, go ahead. We'll sign off with you first. Tell everybody where they can find you and what time you stream typically and what night and time. So,
yeah, find me at Drums and Drams. Typically streaming at Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. And that's it. And patrons, just a quick reminder. I know Jason's going to be live, but 9:30 p.m. Eastern, I'll be live tonight in the Patreon.
Nice.
sweet.
And congrats, guys. Thanks for having me, and congrats on 900 subs. And yeah, 1,000 subs next week, says Cheech.
I'm
There
hoping.
you go, man.
Hoping. Fingers crossed.
A week or two.
Appreciate you guys and all the support.
Appreciate it.
Jeff, you want to go?
Yeah, I can go.
This is new for Jeff.
Everybody, thank you for joining me tonight. For some reason, tonight's stream felt really, really short. It's like I was here for only like 40 minutes or something. I'm not sure what happened. But appreciate everybody hanging out. I appreciate these guys holding down the fort while I was gone. I won't take it any type of offense that like the viewership was like as high as ever when I'm not here. Won't take that offense at all. And yeah, I'll just wish everybody a happy Whiskey Wednesday. Thanks for coming, everybody. Durell.
Yeah, likewise, guys. Just to touch on what Jeff just said. Thanks for just joining us again for another Wednesday, man. It's always fun. Try to keep it interesting. Try to stay out of the norm, from what everybody else is doing, and just keep it intuitive and just have you guys engaged. We got some really, really fun stuff, like Kelsey said, in the next couple weeks, and even some more crazy stuff, maybe a week or two after that. So just continue to pop in on some Wednesdays with us. And hopefully week or two, we're at, 1,000 subs. Throw a little giveaway, nice little stream. Be a good time. Tune in.
Temper expectations there, Durell. Temper expectations there.
One
day at a time.
Couple weeks. We'll be there.
Guys, thanks again so much for joining us tonight. Thanks again, Cam. Always a blast hanging out. Cam, you have such a great palate. I enjoyed hanging out with you, drinking with you. One more thing. My video drops tomorrow. Make sure you check it out 12:15. I'm going to be doing a review of Redwood cast drinks. And then also for Patreons, I think we might try to do a live tomorrow night since Jeff and Durell will be together there in Cincinnati. So we'll see you guys. Look out for that as well. And let's end the show, and we'll see you next time right here on Elegant Whiskey Friends.
Jeff, just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say hello again. Oh, Jeffrey, you should just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say hello again. Oh, Jeffrey, you should just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say hello